or the natures of chemistry. We'll also talk a brief bit about wealth and lifestyles for longevity. Okay, so in this seminar, the main focus is going to be talking about some shortcuts that help longevity through the nature of yogas. So I'm the Soam Mahas, that meaning that I am I that? It's a nature of appreciation for Tao or Godhead or Allah, that nature. We'll also talk about the chakras in this nature and notches. So chakras are those embodiments found within the spine, the 7 notches from the coccyx, the sacrum, the lumbar, the heart center, the throat, the third eye, and the crown. It should be noted those chakras are actually places anatomically of nerve synapses and bundles. So that's important to know. It's not just a mystical component, it's actually anatomy and science based. So understanding duality and liberation. Again, we talked about the liberation being a 2-pronged nature, one of becoming unstuck, that's general or simplistic, and the second one is the nature of becoming or ending the cycles of reincarnation. So you've become one with totality as consciousness or spirit, or the other one is a physical, immortal being. So in 2003, I was introduced to yoga, and actually not yoga proper, just trying to gain what I could through autobiography Yogi by Paramahansa Yogananda. And in that, the Agastya Bokanathar and Babaji, those immortal beings spoken about. In 2005, I was initiated to basic yoga through Satchidananda in Babaji's Kriya Yoga to levels 1 and level 2. In 2010s, I began ramping up. Late 2009, 2010, I began ramping up and was able to do Shikari mudras 3 times. And then in 2017, 2018, I advanced the notches that had been opening in a top-down manner. Visit Yogi Niketan in his top-down, bottom-up natures of releasing the notches and the samadhis. So I opened those notches, working down to from the third eye down to the coccyx, and then back up. And then in 2019, I opened. 2017 to 2018 opened the 6th, and then 2019 opened the 7th notch, which is important to know. So chakras and notches. Chakras and notches we spoke about. If you want a very good introduction to the complete chakra system, just a hypothetical model which has some validity in the nature of higher chakras, because it should be known that you can have some occulture cities responsive to what would be natured as chakras in some people's referencing on the web, as well as knowing that the notches are possibly dimensional in the nature that I had some cities before my 6th notch was even open, and that the nature of a city or 6-dimensional beings. So it's a game, or not necessarily a game, but a nomenclature, meaning naming system of both chakras and notches, 2 different things possibly. Yogi Niketan's Kriya Yoga is a good book on examining the Kriya notches and what they refer to as the 6th city and the 7th lord or lady. But that even not as extensive as what has been put together by myself in the complete chakra system. The 7 notches in Jesus' Book of Revelation and the Book of Revelation Code by Dr. Precision, these can be found on soamahas.com or barnesandnoble.com. They're less expensive, and they're a group of 5 on my personal Soam Mahas website, but you can get them off of Barnes & Noble as well. So the goal for notches is opening them, successfully opening them. You cannot jump from 1 to 2 higher. They go successively, and it's important to try to understand that they are opened, and when they are opened, they yield either cities or better health and conscious information. So reincarnation and Kundalini release. Releasing the Kundalini from the first or base notch allows for expansion of consciousness to move up the higher centers. And again, the notches are opened at the coccyx, sacrum, lumbar, heart, throat, third eye, and crown. And then above the crown, as they're also able to be released. So we spoke about becoming a spiritualized being as a physical immortal, and that achieved primarily through the release of Amrit or Samadhi, and then Samadhi being Nirvakapa to end the cycles of reincarnation, but doesn't mean you die spontaneously when you achieve Nirvakapa Samadhi, but you become one with God or Goddess, which ends the termination or allows for the termination of being rebirthed, unless you desire that upon completion of this life. Then there is Samadhi higher than that, which is generally referenced in the newer age Samadhis as Sarupa Samadhi, which is also equivalent to the Siddhas Samadhi, which is just Samadhi. In that context, they describe it as Samadhi, whereas some people in present day, through Babaji's work, have been calling it Sarupa Samadhi. And then conscious energy is also important to understand, because if you don't finish as a physical immortal being, you can also end or terminate in conscious totality, omnipresence. Generally, it's 120 years of human lifespan, unless you do some things like drink Amrit. Amrit being the nature of fluid that's released, Amrit nectar, soma, manna, or ambrosio that is released when you're in Shakari Mudra, when the tongue is put back to the back of the nasal phalangeal passage and touching or trying to approximate the uvula. So 120 years is a basic time that most scientists and even the Hindu, as well as astrological almanacs refer to as 120 years of existence. Generally, after you've reached 120 years, you're dependent on the city of terminating life as you so desire. Jiva Samadhi is how many siddhas, or most siddhas, leave. The spirit is ejected from a rock-hard body, and that rock-hard body is a testament that they have achieved Jiva Samadhi, and in some forms they become a goldenized body. Immortals and the world cycle, which we discussed as those beings who have achieved either Jiva Samadhi and release himself to higher planes of existence, immortal planes, or those that are staying on as siddhas or lords for as long as they continue to desire. So I'm going to stop here.